Shikisha. Oh, Sakalage man. Shikisha. 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 Shikisha.
Away, welcome back to Let's Talk and Chill with your boy Louis G. Zakalage Majewafe to testing 1 2 1 2. Yeah, today it's Kalang and Pela because I got a lot of things that I want to talk to you about, and I'm just going to try to keep it short and simple and nice so that you can be enjoying the whole time when you're watching this thing. So yeah, firstly I'd like to congratulate myself for nailing my first gigs that I did on Friday, man, when I was DJing on the decks, bro. Like, yo, it was late, bro. You know, this past weekend was very late. I did, like, I don't know, man. It just came over me. It took over, and then I did magic on the decks on Friday. On my first gig at the place, shout out to the place club. Yeah, at first I was like, and then, yeah, eventually I made it, and I made, like, many good transitions. At the place, I didn't do any horse. Yeah, and then I went to what do they call this? Cafex. Yeah, Cafex in Newtown. Yeah, I went to Newtown, bro. I nailed it there when I got them, and I nailed it. People enjoyed my sets, bro. Like, what I like the most is that I was versatile because when I got there, already my piano was playing since the event started, and then when it came to my turn, and then I played a few of my piano songs with this other dude, and then afterwards the guy left me on the decks, and then I just put on senior deep house, and then after deep house I just hit hip hop trap, and then after hip hop trap I jumped back to my piano. Kwanyiwa. So shout out to everyone who came there specifically to check me out. I really appreciate your support, man, and I really appreciate the support that I received at the Bliss Club in Braamfontein. Shout out to the Bliss. Hopefully, I'll be back there again some other time, or maybe sooner, or whatever. But I would like to go there again and do my magic. So yeah, another thing is that I'm very sorry about the inconsistency of the podcast because right now we're still finding our feet, and due to the delays after recordings, it's because that we are trying, or I am trying to have a co-host. You see, now I found a co-host. I found a mic. I found everything that I need to host like a two-man show of the podcast. And then, but the issue is that now the tech, you know, as I explained earlier, that I need a proper PC because my PC is acting up, right? Like each time when we're trying to like make sure that this thing is going so well, it just crashes or it just do other stuff that I don't know, you know. So I have to go to YouTube and check out how to fix that issue. But anyway, nonetheless, guys, I believe that on my next video, on my next episode, I will be having my ghost co-host. I will be having my ghost co-host. So I think I will introduce him the time when he comes here. I think it's going to be on Thursday or something like that. Yeah. So I'm very much excited, guys. Make sure that you tune in on the one that is upcoming because I'm just gonna try to work my way out of this thing because it's really much annoying, man. I can't be always trying to fix things and then others break, and then I try to fix another one, then another one breaks, you know. So it's very much annoying. But anyway, I'm not giving up on this thing. I've started this thing. I'm going to finish it. Danko, this is Louis G. I'm a piano artist. I'm a DJ. I'm a podcaster. So if ever you want me on your gig or at your place or wherever you're hosting a party or anything, hit me up. I'm going to leave my email below where you can book me. Yeah, I'm going to leave my email below. But if you want to also DM me, you can go to my Instagram. It's LouisGZA. YouTube. This is my YouTube, but I have a music YouTube channel, and then if you want to check out my music and my mixes, you go to LouisGZA, Twitter LouisGZA. Yeah. Let's go to it, guys. I want to. There's a game that I'm gonna. Actually, it's not a game. It's something that has been bothering a lot of people, and I figured it out. So I want to break it down for you, and then I'll jump to the other topics. So people have been asking themselves, how many cents are in 1 rand, and yeah, Luigi here have figured it out. So how many cents are in 1 rand? Guys, listen carefully. I'm gonna break it down for you, and then I'm gonna recollect it again, and then I'm gonna give you the straight answer. So, how many cents are in 1 rand? Okay, now there's this thing called Ishelini. Ishelini, you know, is 10 cents, isn't it? So it's 10 cents. This is language at the same time. At the same time, it's numbers. There's 10 cents, which is Ishelini. It's 10 cents, and then there's Itubop. Tubop is 20 cents. So which means it's 20 cents. 20, 10, 10, 20 cents, 5 cents, 10 cents, 20 cents. You see, it's yeah, those are cents that are 20. You see, and then now there's Ifaibo, of which is 50 cents. So now we are moving from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cents, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cents, which is Ishelini, and then to another 10 plus 10, which is 20 cents. And then we are moving all the way to 50 cents. You get what I'm saying? So how many cents are in 1 rand? Plus, so now we're going to say 5 up, of which is 50 cents, times 2, which is now 1 rand, which is 100 cents. 100 cents, 1 rand. 100 cents, 1 rand. You get what I'm saying? So I broke it down for you. Now we're recollecting it again. So in 1 rand, there are 100 cents. A cent, it's less than 10 cents, because a cent is like 1 cent. And then you say 1 cent times 10, which is going to be 10 cents. Or you're just going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cents, which is the shilling. And then you times that shilling times 2, which is 20 cents, which is Ituwop. And then you times that the 10 cents times 5, which is going to make 50 cents, which is 50 wop. I mean 5 wop, which is 50 cents. You know that. Okay, I'm kidding. So and then afterwards you just times it times 2. 50 cents times 2 is 100 cents. So it's going to make 1 rand. I hope it makes sense now. Louis, you figured it out. Danko bafit. All right, so let's go to the topics. So guys, there was a day where I woke up and I wanted to record the podcast, but I couldn't because of tech issues, of which is my biggest issue right now. I hope someone out there is watching this and then they want to help me out with the tech side of the things and recording and sound. Please, guys, hit me up. I'd really appreciate your help. But yeah, guys, I woke up and I realized that actually we, the youth, we speak the same language. We, the youth, we speak the same language to an extent whereby we understand each other when we're speaking. For instance, you know, the tsotsital or the slang, we practically understand each other very much better when we're speaking that kind of a language. And also, the behavior and the movements that we're doing, those are the language that you communicate with. You see, so it's very much interesting that if we can speak the same language, then why don't we collaborate? Collaborating meaning that why don't we help each other out to succeed in any industry, different industries, different platforms that we're dealing with, you know. But why don't we help each other to succeed in our industries? Can be any other industry, acting, poetry, whatever, any other industry that you're into. Why don't we help each other? You know, I believe that, you know, there's this other quote. I'm not a fan of motivational speeches, by the way, but this one makes a lot of sense. And I broke it down and then I recollected and it made more sense, right, like than before. So, you know, when they say you can go faster alone, but you can go far together or in a collective. That quote is very powerful. Actually, it needs to be understood to a level of wanting to be around people, to be working with other people. It doesn't matter if it's your friend or your whatever, but just collaborate with other people. I think it's very much, it's gonna help you a lot in your field, even if it's another industry, you know. But collaborate, man. I believe that all of these artists, all of these people who are up there, they didn't just get up there by themselves. They needed to collaborate with other people. So if maybe you are someone out there, like let me make an example with my industry, music industry. If you're a musician or you're a producer or you're a podcaster or you're a DJ or a dancer or whatever, try to collaborate with other people. I believe you're gonna make it further than when you are alone, because each time when you are collaborating with another person, you are going to learn something from them. You are going to learn something that you didn't know, and also that person is going to learn something from you that they didn't know. So I feel like if we the youth, we collaborate almost in everything that you're doing, just like we do when you're clubbing, when you're having fun. I think that synchronization that you are having when you are at the clubs, at the place of fun or whatever, as long as like we are out there, like guys, that spirit of collaboration, if we implement it also in our industries, I believe we're gonna go far. I believe we're gonna even become much better than we are right now, and also the motivation that comes with it, and the ideas that you're gonna share, because the youth, man, it's very powerful when it comes to ideas, especially I'm a 2000. Like these guys are very powerful. Okay, I'm also a 2000, but I'm a 99 2000. Anyway, so but guys, I think if we make sure that we always collaborate with each other, I think we're gonna make it big, man. I mean, look at what Amapiano artists are doing. I'm just making an example. Look at what Amapiano artists are doing right now. There are a lot of artists that collaborated with other artists and then they blew up immediately, or they became bigger. You get what I'm saying? Like, for example, let me see whom I can make a perfect example with. Okay, Bobby Cooper. Bobby Cooper, when I was watching her interviews and stuff, and I realized that no, actually, this girl, maybe she was able to sing, but she needed to collaborate with other people. And then when she collaborated with Amaroto, she became big, huge. And now she's bigger than she was last year when she blew up. Another example, maybe Kamumpela. Kamumpela, she collaborated with Major League DJs and she blew up. She blew up bigger than before, you know. Like, how oh yeah. Also Amaroto themselves, they collaborated with Jazzy Disciples or Mr. Jazzy, and then they became big. They became huge. So I believe that the spirit of collaboration or the collaboration with other people, man, will help you. So if you are sitting there wherever you are at and you're watching this and you are in a certain industry and you're not collaborating with other people, most probably you might go faster, but you're not gonna go far because you're gonna crash at some point. But if you're collaborating with other people and making sure that you're collaborating, and also if you're an artist and then there's an upcoming artist that is like trying to collaborate with you, collaborate with them. Obviously an upcoming artist has to have certain criteria in order for you to kinda collaborate with them, because obviously you cannot collaborate with the beginner. You need to at least find someone who already understands what they are doing, who knows what they want, and who knows where they are going. So collaborate, guys. Collaborate. Make sure that in each and every industry that you're into, collaborate with other people. It's gonna help you. It's gonna build you. It's going to assist you in terms of understanding other things. Maybe it's gonna also grow you a lot. And it's going to bring other people as well. Just like if maybe let's say you collaborate with a bigger artist, not big, but bigger artist, and then that bigger artist has a connection. They will connect you with other artists, and then those artists will connect you with other artists, and then like that you're growing until you become what you want to be, or you reach a level that you want to be at. So it is very much recommended, and I also recommend it as Luigi. I recommended that you collaborate with other people, and as I was trying to be very general. anyone, even if you're a lawyer, even if you're a doctor, because even doctors do collaborate actually whenever they need help. Just like the second opinion, if it's necessary for you to get one. Just like when there's maybe when they need like assistance with something else, or they need to be reminded, they collaborate with other doctors, even lawyers, they do that. So when if you're in your industry, if you're a dancer and maybe you don't know certain dance moves, or you don't know how to move in a certain way, collaborate with other dancers. It's not a crime, man. I am definitely sure they're willing even to work with you more than you willing to work with them. Because I was also watching a piano balcony mix by Major League DJs, and I was watching I forgot this other one. I think it was Deben Gogo, if not Melo and Sleazy. Yeah, but there was Deben Gogo, if not Melo and Sleazy. I was watching the dancers there. I think one of the dancers that I recognized there is Tlori. She's Kamompela's dancer. Oh yeah, and the other one who's also Kamompela's dancer that I know. Those two. I'm sure you know them. Then there was this other white dude here. He was also dancing with them. And then the other ones, like maybe they were local dancers or something. And then I was watching these guys, man, doing the beautiful work of dancing, man, or on the beats, man, on the obviously on my piano. Hey, these guys, the way they dance, man, it's like they were collaborating. And also this other Agamompela's dancer, he was watching these ones when they were dancing. And then it's more like he was learning something, because whenever they were dancing, he was moving like them, but maybe seemingly like he didn't know how to move the way they were. But in a way, to me, it was like, oh, so he's learning that move. And then they were not closing him out. They were not like sidelining him. They were actually there with him when he was like trying to practice. And then one of them came to him and they started moving. And I was like, oh, okay, so this is what it is actually. You don't need to be an island in order to grow. You need to be a country, or you need to be a province or a huge land in order for you to grow. So that balcony mix, where that specific period where I was watching those dancers dancing, it really changed my life in a way that, you know what, you need to be nice. You need to collaborate with other people. You need to work with other people in order to make it up there. Because in order for you to, if you're going to remain yourself and you want to keep your own genre, or your style, it's not going to help you on the long run. It might help you for now, but not on the long run, because eventually you'll die out. You are alone. Remember, you're alone. You're not with other people. And also, you don't know how to adapt to certain styles. So I think it's very important, man, to make sure that wherever you go, whichever industry you're into, just collaborate. Just make sure you collaborate, and also love people, which maybe it might bring us to the next topic. I think loving people, it's something that needs to be explained or elaborated, maybe, because people don't really understand what do you mean when you say love people. Loving, it's not obsessing. Yeah, and also it's not entitlement. Yeah, let me start with the friendship or the collaboration, and then I'll jump to mojolo, which it's what most people want to hear. When you love your friend, or you love your colleague or someone you're collaborating with, it's when you're making sure that whatever they need you give, and you give it to utmost best. If like they call you to their side and they be like, hey, can you help me with this, or can you put your something here, make sure that you do it with love and put your utmost in it. Yabo. In the piano industry, you'll hear you hear a word that is very common called energy. If I don't feel your energy, or your energy this, your energy that, I won't work with you. I will work with you. That thing is very important, because that energy, it's more like a go ahead of work with this person. And then when you're working with that person, you'll eventually fall in love with them, and fall in love not in a romantic way, but love what they do. You'd want to be part of them. So eventually you become like friends and everything, and then so I feel like most artists, when they do collaborations, they don't do it with love per se. Especially if they are collaborating with their an artist at their same level, because they be like, what can this person give me? That person is not supposed to give you anything. They offered you what they can offer you at that moment. So take it. And if you love them, take it. But if you don't, it's fine as well. It's not a crime not to love someone. I mean, it depends with the energies, as I've explained earlier. It depends if you feel like working with them, it's fine. But if you don't feel like working with them, it's fine as well. Don't pretend as well, man. Hey, pretending is fuck, man. Yo, I hate that thing, pretending, and I always do it, but I hate it. And as much as I do it sometimes, because some situations require me to pretend that I'm happy there, but all of which most of the time I'm not. So I'm just there, So this thing, it goes also to me, not only to people who are watching this, or you who's watching this. It also goes to me that love people. Love people. Make sure that you collaborate with people. Make sure that you're always around people. If you need your time, make sure that you have your own time as well. And love yourself as well. Love yourself. Actually, this thing has to start like love yourself first. Search yourself. Understand yourself. What's your ability? What's your strength? What is it that you love? What is it that you don't love? And then what is it that you can offer another person? And then after that, then that's when you can jump into loving other people. And then if someone loves you, they will express maybe a different love from the one that you want. Yeah, the one that you want. Make them aware that you are not happy with with the love that they are giving you, or with the love that they are expressing. Because sometimes another person will be like, for example, other people who, when they're expressing their feelings or love, they can be more violent, like touchy, a bit rough nyana, you see. But other people actually want peace. They want you to like respect them to that extent, whereby even when you're holding them, hold them like human beings. Hold them properly, handle them with care, not with roughness. So yeah, I think maybe if we also implement that, we're gonna go far, as the youth. Because speaking of the old people, I don't know. Yesterday I was watching Mr. Jazik's podcast. He was interviewing Bobby Cooper, and he said something very profound. Oh no, not necessarily profound, but he said something powerful there. He said that us 2000s, or the younger generation, or the younger ones in the Amapiano industry, the younger ones in the Amapiano industry, we have that spirit of collaboration. We love each other. I think something like that. And then he said, in his caliber, or those other artists at his stage, there's a lot of politics up there. There's a lot of politics. So I realized that actually this guy is telling the truth. I mean, look at how these big Amapiano artists are moving. Not big as in like old ones, like Bokabza, Bopuri, and others. There's a lot of beef up there. There's a lot of steak up there. A lot of it. And then others are like unnecessary. Others maybe be necessary. But a lot of them, So I feel like we can set an example, a good example, actually, to these to these huge guys, to show them that actually we need to collaborate. We need to love each other. We need to show each other love. We need to we need to work together in order to make it up there. Now South Africa is recognized. Like, it's one of those countries that is recognized, especially in terms of entertainment. Entertainment industry of South Africa is huge, and Amapiano has made it big. So it's now we are like unavoidable. We are inevitable. Inevitable, yeah. So let's go to Umjolo part of loving. Maybe if I explain this properly, maybe one day you'll understand. Guys, umjolo is not something that you should just jump into just because you feel like. That thing, it needs you to understand yourself first. It needs you to understand yourself. It needs you to love yourself first. It needs you to take care of yourself first before you'd want to take care of somebody else. It also needs you to understand what is the difference between lust, love, and obsession. And maybe a fling or a feeling, because sometimes a feeling can confuse you. I think it's very important that I explain this now. Guys, when you want to be in a relationship with someone, make sure that you understand yourself first. You understand who you are. What is it that you want? And what is it that you want in love or in companionship or relationship? You know, what is it that you want? Because if you don't understand that, you're gonna be in trouble. You're gonna have a problem because you would you would go with whatever that is given to you, even if it's toxic. You'd accept it because you don't know what is it that you want. Because sometimes people date because of peer pressure, others are dating because of societal pressure, even others are dating because TikTok says so. Because sometimes you'll be seeing like content creators creating ridiculous content whereby they'll be like, wow, your girlfriend is doing this, your girlfriend is doing that, or your boyfriend is this, your boyfriend is that, is cheating and stuff. Not your experience is not a fact. Your experience is not a fact. So you cannot take your experience and implement it to everyone or rub it to everyone's face and make it like it's a fact, because it's not. An experience is not a fact. A fact is something that is popularly known. A fact is something that everyone knows, is aware of, or they have knowledge about. At least 10% knowledge about it. So Umjolo, guys, it's supposed to be respected. I respect Umjolo highly. Yeah, I won't talk much about my relationship, but I just wanted to say this, that guys, be careful when you want to date, especially when you are single and you want to jump into a relationship. Make sure that you understand yourself first. You understand your values. You understand who you are. And also, a relationship is not, when someone shows you love, it's not supposed to firstly go with demands. Yabo, amachita mostly. Amachita. Melen understand ukuthi when a girl approaches you and they say they love you, you must not take out something first. You must firstly express yourself as well. Check within yourself that is it the same energy. Can you reciprocate what they are offering? Also, you girls, check what a guy is into. But this goes with a side note. Ne? If you love money, this what I'm about to say doesn't apply to you. It doesn't apply to you at all. But if you want love, when you want love only, you are genuinely interested in finding a relationship, make sure that whatever your partner is giving to you or they are trying to give you, check if you'll be able to reciprocate, give it back the same way as they're giving you. Because if they're giving you lackly or they're giving you too much, and when you can't provide the same, that's a problem. You need to check that first. What I'm saying now maybe might be vague, but you need to check it out. It's very important to check this thing out, because it's going to help you to understand yourself and to understand what you want. I hope I make sense. So, a relationship need to be respected. Even marriage needs to be respected, needs to be carefully considered before engaging into such a companionship, because marriage is something else. It's different from umjolo. Umjolo is something that you guys are trying out, and then when you see that this thing is working, and then you want to make it official. Now it's not. Now we are going to exchange certain things, which is it's other gifts. We are going to exchange surnames, because now somebody else needs to change their surname into another person's surname. So therefore, now it's becoming official. That this is official right now. So I believe that people should also understand their people. When you get into a relationship, try to study that person first. Try to understand them. Don't rush into saying I love you, or don't rush into a relationship and grab everything with your teeth. No, wait a little bit. At least a week, yeah, if it's too much to wait, but at least wait till you study this person, spend time with this person, make sure that you understand what you're getting yourself into. Because recently on Deben Journey, people are seeing the character of that closer dude showing true colors on that woman. It's not a surprise. That thing is actually common. It's reality. People find themselves in very sticky situations with their partners, whereby they thought they knew their partners, but only to find that they don't. When I say understand your partner, I mean even mentally. Yeah, I think let's go to the mental part. Even mentally, try to understand mentally. Try to understand them mentally, because if you don't, a person can lie. They can lie literally to you and be like, "I'm fine. I'm this kind of a person. This and that and that. I love you. Blah blah blah." But only to find out that person is actually not what they present themselves to be. Maybe they might be a psychopathic. Okay, if you want to be in a relationship right now, try to understand yourself first and try to understand your values. Try to meet those values up before you engage in a relationship, and also try to make yourself happy first before you engage in a relationship. Try to fix your mental state. I think that one is very important. Try to understand yourself mentally. Are you mentally fine? What are your challenges? What are your issues and stuff like that? Try to understand yourself. Try, even if it requires you to go to therapy, just do that so that you can be a fine person, not perfect, a fine person when you're going to engage in a relationship. And then now, when you get into a relationship, this is my opinion, by the way. When you get into a relationship, try to understand your partner. Try to understand them. At least wait a little bit before you say I love you. Take this person out on dates. Even if you're a female, take your boyfriend out on a date. Sure, like just check them out. What are they strengths? What is it that they love? What is it that they are interested into? And then most importantly, try to understand their mental health. Ask them questions. Even if like, just try to understand their mental stability. Are they mentally stable? Are they fit to be with you? Are they fit to be parents if it requires that eventually? Because this one goes to even older people, older brothers and sisters. Just try, man. Try to look into this thing in a deeper sense, because usually people find themselves in very sticky situations. As I've said earlier, people will be finding with themselves with psychopaths, bipolar people. I'm not saying bipolar. Psychopath is something else. Bipolar people are like, no way. You need to understand this person, and you need to also accommodate them. If you love them that much, don't pretend. If you love them that much, help them, within that process. Help them to overcome, if it's overcomable. But if it's not healable, okay, fine. If it's not overcomable, please try to stay with them, help them, love them like a normal human being, but help them within their process. If you are in love with someone whom is crippled or something, whatever the situation may be, especially mentally, try to be with them, try to help them. If you love them, try to understand them as well. Actually, before you try to help them, try to understand. And if it's what you are willing to be with, and then start the process of helping them. Because now, people be provoking people out there, just, I don't know for what, but they be provoking people with certain mental disorders, just because they want what they want. Guys, also, I think it's very important to note this out. Know what you want and make it clear. I hope I make sense there. Know what you want and make it clear. Because sometimes you'll be pretending to be loving someone whilst you're after what they have. If it's gents, maybe you're after the beauty, you're after the benefits of walking around with her and the gents complimenting you, having a beautiful girlfriend with a big ass, and stuff like that. Just be clear that you're not after a very serious thing. If you're a girl, if you are after the security that this guy has, like maybe the bulkness, maybe money, maybe cars, maybe whatever that he has, also be careful, be clear that what is it that you want, and then so that the thing can be clear even to both of you, that you know what you're sending yourself up onto. So I think it's very important, you guys, to understand what you're getting yourselves into. And then I'm about to end, so yeah, I think that's it. As I've said earlier, I'm not gonna talk long or speak long on this episode, because I was just trying to keep up with the content and also announce what's gonna come. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. This is Louis G. Ziakalage manje. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I just wish that these tech errors end so that on my on my next episode, I'm gonna be having my co-host, and then we're gonna be having fun. So Danko bafethu, this is Louis G. Ziakalage manje. Testing 1 2 1 2. Danko.